You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and this is our reaction to Hawkeye. Now, before we get into this episode, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so that you can chill with me on each and every one of my latest videos. Now, of course, for every Hawkeye episode, I am joined by my co-host, Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
We made it back. We woke up in the middle of the nighttime for some Hawkeye. We're here again. Are you ready?
Days away from No Way Home.
Yes, we're on pretty much on the eve of No Way Home at this point.
It is the eve of No Way Home.
Yes, at least for the two of us, for sure. We'd be staying up till the debut of Hawkeye, and we both gonna be in that damn theater on a Thursday night for No Way Home. So,
Absolutely.
but it does mean we've got some business to attend to first. Tom, we'll be there, but first up, we got to make a pit stop with Hawkeye. Now, last we seen, Ms. Echo, Miss Maya, was gathering intel on all of Clint's family. She was out for some blood last week, as we soon found out, and Kate broke into her apartment to find this information. But we also saw that Miss Kate's mother, Vera Farmiga, acting real shady, real suspicious, even more than previously thought. And they had a little dinner combo when they busted Clint and Kate busting into her household. So yeah, she's not wanting to be trusted at all.
Being very much villainous right now.
Yes. And I mean, we kind of live, but we're going to need a little bit more. So, definitely excited to see where that goes. And of course, the big face crack of the episode amongst the battle with Maya figuring out finding this Rolex watch, which we're still unsure of its
Still don't know
why
what that
it means so much, why his wife even knows what it means and is all about. Somebody else came with their own pure emotions and motives, and that was Miss Yelena from Black Widow. Miss Natalie, her sister, actually, arrives, and we knew she was coming from that post-credit scene in Black Widow over the summer, and she was there to kill Clint. She was whooping ass. She was punching Maya down.
She was playing no games.
She was flinging good old Kate right from the top of that roof. Really, Clint needs to be happy that Maya was there, because if she wasn't, it was about to be a wrap. It was about to be over for both him and Kate, I think. But she got unmasked and had to peace out for just a moment. So that was where we left the episode off. And I'm hyped to see what she's going to do this episode. So, you ready to jump into episode 5?
This episode is riding on a lot for me. Because I know I've been saying this literally every week since the show started, but if we get Kingpin this episode, it kind of confirms Matt for me for No Way Home. But if we don't, then if he's not in this episode, then we're not getting him at all in the series. And I don't know how I'm going to process that. So yeah, there's a lot riding on this episode for me. I'm hoping and praying.
There's a big proclamation made by Hannah last week. If we don't see Fisk, and if we don't see Matt Murdock, it's a wrap for the MCU at the Ringswald household. It's done.
It's very true.
She won't be returned. she's coming to visit you in your sleep, Feige. So, step 1,
literally in your walls.
Here we go. The first step is upon us. So let's see if Fisk returns, or if we have a Hannah rage stream tonight. All right.
Okay. Why does this look like where Wanda went off to at the end of WandaVision?
Ooh.
Oh, this is 2018. Whatever that means.
Who is this woman?
Do it.
Nope.
Who is this woman?
The makeup department did not understand the assignment. The eyeliner in Black Widow
Hello.
looked so good, and it looks not great here.
We're so sorry, girl. What the hell?
Wait, what?
What's going on? Is this just
the
like from
fuck?
her perspective where she just blipped and unblipped? Yeah, she just like came back and that's gone.
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh shit.
Oh, I can't imagine how awful it is to come back and find out your sister's dead.
Yeah.
I need to find Natasha. Can you help me find Natasha? I need to tell her I'm okay.
Oh my god. I'm mad because like Black Widow isn't even like one of my favorite MCU movies, but it's like one of the most emotional to me. It's like this story of her and Yelena. I love it. Jesus.
These damn blip openings to these shows.
I know, right? Why did they do it that way this episode?
Is very weird. They should have just forgotten about this previously on after that intro.
Yeah. Or open it with the previously
Yeah, or
on,
just
like they
open
always
it.
do.
Like, I don't, yeah, why? This is very strange. Did I say that was a hawk's eye view?
Okay. Oh my god.
Just kill me, please. You know what? It's
You
a
know
wrap.
what? We love
It's
it.
a wrap.
It's 2 a.m. We needed that.
What'd you ask, Miss Vera?
I don't think that she told Clint that because she has some like I don't think that her telling Clint that plays into her plan. I genuinely do think that she is worried for her daughter.
I mean, because he only halfway did what she asked. She was like, drop this mission
Yeah.
and leave her alone. So she doesn't die like Natasha.
I know it's scary now, okay?
She was nasty for that.
You have to change who you are. I need to tell you something.
Ooh.
Clint and I have been looking into our mom's murder.
Don't do it. Don't tell her.
Finding stuff about Jack, Mom. Including this show company that he has called Sloan Limited. Maybe there's a real reason.
I love her. I love him too. For different reasons.
Yeah. Oh.
Relax, Kate Bishop.
I like how she keeps referring to her by her full name.
Are you really not
Yeah.
That fight was so long. You have one fork? I'm one fork. So weird.
You're rich.
This is not cutlery. This is not cutlery. I'm not gonna just sit and have dinner with you after you tried to kill me and then just broke into my house. I did not try to kill you. I put you on a wire to remove an obstacle. You're probably thinking, what? This is crazy. Have dinner with the enemy. But in all honesty, if I wanted to kill you, I would have already. Right as you open the door. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have even had time to shut it. No. I'd have been dead.
That interaction was everything that I wanted it to be.
I want to see the Empire State Building. The new and improved Statue of
Hot sauce and macaroni and cheese is so real of her, honestly.
No, it's really tough. It's chewy.
Yelena.
Sometimes you're funny, Kate Bishop. Do you keep saying my whole name?
Sometimes.
Yes. I know a lot about you.
Whoop.
Are you in New York to talk to Clint? Is that why you're here?
No.
Kill Clint.
I'm here to kill him.
Hmm.
How has everybody forgiven him for his past?
Oh,
My sister saved the world. Natasha Romanov, she saved the world. Stop pretending like you're not surprised. It does not look cool.
Wow, I did not see that coming. Like, thank God I didn't kill you up there.
You kill me again. Oh, Kate Bishop, you are so funny.
Wait a minute, somebody hired you to kill him? All I'll say is that if there's someone out there that is telling you Clint is a bad guy, then maybe you should ask yourself what kind of person hired you. He is not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but he is good.
Like it or not, there is no escaping this.
Is that the show telling us that there's no escaping him dying at the end?
Kate Bishop, do not get in my way again.
Girl.
she said I let you go once. Don't get in the way a second time. This your warning, okay?
Don't play in my face again.
Well, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Lucky.
Oh.
Guys are staying in a hotel for Christmas. Man, take my couch. Really, take my bed. The couch would be great. Thank you.
Personally, I'll be like, let me stay at the hotel. Thank you, though.
You want to see him?
I'll take the bed at the nice hotel rather than your couch, but I appreciate the offer.
Oh, Lucky's such a sweet baby. You know, the show doesn't feel very Christmassy at all, really.
Yeah, they really try to just plug in those musical cues, but not enough.
Oh.
And you were right.
She set his ass up. That man was
I was
just Vera's fall man.
He's innocent, I know it.
Mm-hmm.
And
She's like, you ain't coming back for nothing.
Mommy. Jack, we all misjudged you.
I really need to talk to you right now.
Oh.
Sorry, I missed you.
Not the like score
So sorry.
I know.
from Endgame.
Did you say sorry for what he's about to do?
Yeah. See, Clint.
Don't touch your hair on Yelena's head.
Clint,
No,
you
no,
had
no.
me till you had me in the first half.
And you'll never be Matt Murdock.
Let's just be very clear.
No, he stole Matt Murdock's whole flow from that first episode. He's like, I'm not sorry for what I've done. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. Back up.
That's why the people are always ready for you to just meet your maker, Clint. I'm sorry, but if you go looking for trouble, don't come crying to me.
Okay, sure, I've screwed up a few times. Okay, fine. Whatever, I'm still learning.
Oh.
Do you think I want to do this? Because do you think I want to leave all these messages like a crazy person? No, this is your fault. It isn't over. I'm gonna find you.
Trust a bro.
It's our favorite moving company. Oh.
That is so funny.
Now, Clint.
So, yeah, Clint did kill her dad then. If he knows,
Mhm.
I put too much faith into him, unfortunately.
It's all the little children, the Christmas setup we wanted to believe.
No fun conversations ever started that way.
Look, I feel bad for you, girl. You got to be a single parent but after the show.
Stop.
It's just a matter of time before the big guy gets involved.
Oh,
Big guy. Big guy.
Love you.
well, Maya's gonna be going real hard at him once he admits to being Ronan.
Yeah, shooters out too.
She said, nah. You can say come
He said
along,
alone.
but
She said,
you thought.
girl. I know she laughed reading the
Oh.
note. Ooh. Don't touch Kazi. He's too sexy to die. No.
Oh.
Okay, at least he didn't kill
At
him.
least you didn't slice the head.
No, Kazi, you're too sexy.
I mean, she may as well have been alone. Let's just be honest. What these men here
Sure.
gonna do? I mean, look at this.
Ooh. Girl, why didn't you bring extra ammo? Clint, I'm gonna need you to back the fuck up.
Oh. Come on, girl. See, this
Oh
is
my
the
god, I
problem.
love to see it.
Every time he comes up against somebody, I'm just rooting for the other person. It just is what it is. I'm sorry.
You're so real, Larry. Ooh, I like that shot.
Yeah, I was like, that's a pretty sick ass shot.
What's your MO here? Are you trying to kill her or what?
When you're filled with rage, it makes you blind. You can
Oh
choose.
man.
Trust me. I know.
I don't think she's really being manipulated, bro.
Your boss.
See? Well, you were half right, Hannah, when you said you thought it was him. The hell?
Who's it? Who's it? Who's it?
Is it Yelena?
Who's
Is
it?
she like,
Oh,
it's my
okay.
job? Oh, okay.
Girl, I thought it was gonna hit. I thought it was gonna be Fisk, just huge and. That was a great scene. Though. That was a great scene.
Oh,
I'm gonna shit a brick.
Hannah. Oh,
Oh, is it just Kazi? Okay.
did you come with anyone, Kazi?
Anyone else in your car?
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Kazi, your days might be limited, bruh.
Sleep with one eye open. She's actually gonna be under your bed, I fear.
Yeah. She coming for all y'all asses.
I love her though. She's like just kind of like electric on screen.
No, she is.
She said she's Natasha's sister.
Look.
Clint.
Elena.
Ooh.
That was a long ass drive. How far did y'all go? It's like halfway
New
through
York
the
is
morning
big.
now. All that traffic.
Oh. It's a nice shot. Ooh, Yelena.
Okay. Uh-oh, not
Serve.
tracking the mama. She told your ass to stay out of it. But look at Miss Vera, all sneaky and suspicious.
Oh.
Did Yelena send her a picture of her mom? Oh. Oh.
Hired me.
Oh, shit.
What are we talking about?
Let me see.
I've been worried about this whole time.
Stop. I have tears in my eyes.
There you go, Hannah. There you go, girl.
Oh
We knew. We knew her ass was.
my god. Oh
And
my
he was up her.
god. I Kevin Feige is literally my best friend, guys. Like,
Wait, so they
that's
still ain't
my
got a
bestie.
post credit?
Yeah, they just aren't doing post credit scenes. Wow. Okay.
That wasn't our first tease. We already had that little tease earlier, but we finally got our first look. Our first look at Mr. Kingpin returning.
Name drop and everything.
Okay, though. So, does Valentina just like take contracts for people and pass them on to her little squad or what?
Probably.
Yeah, because I'm
Probably how
like,
she makes money.
because I'm like, what you talking about? Hired you. We saw you get recruited by her at the post credit. Does that mean they they paid Valentina to be like, yo, so come pick out this man? And she was like,
Probably.
I'll recruit Yelena and tell her about Natasha's death real quick. Woo! It's all coming to a head next episode, Hannah.
I am just very happy right now. This is a lot. This is a lot for me. I really want to just cry because it's all seeming very real now that I might be getting characters from one of my favorite TV shows back. Obviously, we've gotten one. I don't know Matt's
100%.
future,
We are
but
here now. Everybody going to be coming for his ass next episode, though, including Echo. I think Echo's coming for his ass too. She's like,
yes,
okay, you two, I'm killing both of you, man, and
he
maybe
has to
still
be a
gonna snatch
huge.
Clint's ass on the way too. Still,
He has to be like a huge part of her series. I'm assuming.
he has to.
Yeah,
I
which
just,
is sick.
ooh, that girl's trauma. She's like my stepdad, conspired and killed my fucking father.
Miss
He was out
Echo.
here tipping people off. Mr. Ronan over here. Ooh.
I can't believe like Clint just like name dropped him.
Now listen here though.
What's their history?
Yeah, I'm gonna need everyone. Oh, because of the whole Ronan thing, like because he worked kind of in there. I'm gonna do not exit this series without actually giving us a scene with Vera Farmiga
Yeah.
and Vincent D'Onofrio, because you cannot have these two talented actors who are part of the same and not put them on screen together. Do not play Marvel. I don't need
Please,
just
we're
a little
begging.
picture. We need an actual scene. Okay.
Can you imagine if like the picture is all we get? We don't get like
Oh
a scene with him.
Could you?
I feel like that's almost more like offensive than him not being in the series. Like just giving us a picture of him and being like, wait until Echo.
This whole subplot is just to build up Echo's series.
That'd be
Marvel.
lazy. That'd be very lazy.
That would be terrible, actually. If y'all just made
Yeah.
this whole ass subplot just to do Echo and I mean, because think about it. So obviously we kind of been knew that Miss Vera was putting in the pieces to set up her boyfriend. She's like, you're gonna be the fall guy, sir.
First second episode, we for sure thought Mr. Jack was guilty, but
I thought maybe
sir,
they were
I'm so
working
sorry.
together. No. She just set his ass up. She's like,
Yeah.
oh. And
my fiance is going to jail. Oh no. Had him apologizing to her and everything. Like,
how you think Kate is gonna handle finding out that her mother hired Yelena to kill Clint?
man, I don't know. This is okay. This is definitely the best episode that we've had so far.
Yeah,
I really like this episode because it took itself fairly seriously. I know Yelena had a lot of jokes, but you know, when it came down to it, she was very intimidating, and I thought that her scene with Kate was great. And then the scene with Clint and Maya and saying that, you know, we're one and the same. I really love that. That's great.
I
It's
know.
definitely not what I expected.
I know there are some Kate Bishop stands out there where I like her a lot, but I just have to say these two ladies, they, like you said, they are the electricity the series needs. Every time they were on the screen this episode, it was just like fire. Whether it was Yelena, whether it was Maya, they just like lit up the scenes that they were in.
Absolutely.
Lucky.
And I'm glad we got more.
Lucky's the
Maya
other one
this
who lights up
episode.
the scene when he walks in the room. But we already been knew before the series even started that he was going to do that.
There's a gasp every time from me when I see him because
it's too much.
he's just so
eating
sweet.
his damn table food still. But I mean, that's my only thing. Okay, so I'm like, what are these little subplots we got to wrap up? in the next 45 minutes to an hour next week. We got the whole thing with Eleanor, presumably. Don't think that's going to be like a multi-series plot. I feel like that feels like it should be the main thing that we
Like, because if
finish.
it isn't, then what's the point of this series?
I mean, that's very true.
You know? So I'm like, because Loki, you know, obviously we left off on a cliffhanger, but it still felt complete.
But the cliffhanger was the answer, though, to the
Yeah.
whole point of the series, was building up
Yeah.
to Kang's reveal, or, you know, whatever he was
He
being
Who
called.
Remains.
He
Yeah.
Who Remains, yeah. So all of them had their thing. They were building up to something, and they all got that end payoff. And, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier was a little bit sloppy in how it wrapped up the mini
See,
subplots.
it's so true. Just like how the MCU shows don't know how to end themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, WandaVision, you know, we loved WandaVision. It was a great journey, but that finale, I got very emotional watching it, but I don't think it's a good episode.
Yeah,
really.
it was fueled by that emotion, you know, like
The last 10 minutes is great.
Amazing.
The rest of it,
it's just
whatever.
And yeah, we compared it before to Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I'm still kind of in that area where I feel like we're heading into that finale feeling like there are so many subplots right now that have to come to some sort of conclusion.
Not as many as Falcon
wrap.
Winter Soldier.
No, well, that, I mean, they were just running rampant through the whole series.
Yeah,
but this one, yeah, I don't think we're gonna really solve anything with Kingpin this series.
No.
Maybe we get a scene with him, or maybe they legit just give us that goddamn picture and move along.
I think probably the last scene of the show might be something with him and Maya. I'm assuming.
Yeah. At least like next week, that would be the time, I guess, to put a post credit of those two to be like, oh, hey,
yeah,
this series is coming up and these two will return.
That'll probably be the thing, is gonna be Kingpin will return.
Yeah,
I know it.
Yelena obviously has to turn next episode. They have to turn her to not want to kill Clint.
They're gonna have a conversation. I mean, he knows Yelena obviously from his reaction. So I'm like, I know how that's gonna. Not say I'm not excited for it, because I think that the conversations that Yelena has been involved in, I mean, even just like the character moments in general in the show is really great, and I think that's when the show, you know, comes alive. I mean, I said it when we first watched the first 2 episodes, like when Kate and Clint were on screen together, finally, because they're apart for the first episode, the show came alive. And it's the same thing, you know, for every character interaction. I mean, every time Maya's on screen, I'm psyched, because I think she's great.
How far into that Maya storyline do you think we're going to get next episode?
I think that we'll probably establish that he's her stepfather, or, you know, adoptive father, whatever.
Straightforward. Yeah. Not just a little.
I think they'll address that, and I think we'll get a scene between her and him. And I think that'll probably be where we end off the episode. I'm not sure how Kate's mom is going to play into this. I'm sure there'll be a scene between her and Kingpin. I mean, I don't see them not utilizing him. I mean, with Jonathan Majors, they gave him an entire episode.
The whole episode.
So I'm kind of
hoping this is your episode, sir. Take over.
The Rolex. Yeah, we have the Rolex subplot.
We still don't even know what the hell that's all about.
Put a cap on. Yeah.
And yeah, his wife is really in the know, particularly when it comes down to this type of stuff. And of course, we have to get their Christmas. You know, see, like, I'm like, okay, it's gonna end with Christmas. I feel like for Clint getting home so he could be there with his family for Christmas after he wraps up, you know, this last little Ronin cleanup mission. I think honestly, this episode could have happened like an episode or 2 ago with just how the timeline unfolded. It feels like it should have been at least maybe last week's episode, so we had 2 episodes to unfold, because it felt like there were just bam, 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 so much this episode. I think that's why it was so good, is we finally started unraveling a lot of this stuff this episode.
And I'm not against slow pacing.
Yeah.
It's just when you're a good example, I think right now is I'm watching Dexter New Blood, and it took like to episode 5 for something to actually happen. And that's because we were establishing characters and like doing all this work that needs to be put in place there. But it's a 10 episode series and it's an hour an episode, right? And Hawkeye, I know what they're trying to do, because that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to, establish characters and like, build this, build the dynamics between people. And I get that. I really do. But this is 6 episodes and it's 40 minutes every episode. So it's like, 20 minutes can make a big difference in a TV show. So
Yeah, if
that's
this
why
was
I'm like,
10
there's a
episodes
difference
long,
between
this would be a
slow
great
pacing and
episode
just
6.
this. Yeah. Oh
And-
yeah, 100%. I just
Yeah.
watched, episode 6 of Dexter, and that's where I
Yeah.
told Tyler this the other day, like that was the episode where like everything finally fell into place, and we have 4 episodes left, and they're gonna be great, right?
Yeah.
But like here we have 1 episode left, so I'm like,
And again, I think that's the thing with WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, and now Hawkeye, is that those 3 series, WandaVision, I think maybe it was helped by the fact that it was kind of wrapping up what just happened, and then it was only slightly introducing new stuff, but hers was really kind of backward focused, and then a little sprinkle of moving forward, and that's basically Loki. His was backward focus, and then boom, big thing at the end that was like, okay, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I mean, we had to introduce new Cap, and it was very much future focused. Like it was trying to introduce all of these new things so that we could move forward in the MCU. And that's kind of what it feels like with Hawkeye as well, is that there's so many different things that they're trying to put into place so we can move forward. And I think it's just a really difficult task in 6 episodes to give these characters the time that they need and give them the shine that you want to when you give them their own series, but introduce all these other new little things that you want to have moving forward. So I think that's why those 2 series feel so similar and kind of how wobbly they are throughout their runtime. Because we love
every MCU series has been wobbly except for Loki. I think Loki's the only one that's been consistently,
and that one was real.
great
That one
all
was
6
real
episodes.
slowly paced, and it still never. It never felt like it rushed.
No.
It felt like it had enough to do, enough to say, and it paced itself beautifully. I know other people had problems with a couple of those earlier episodes as filler. I did not.
We loved them.
I thought they were great, and I thought they did. That was beautiful character work for Loki and Sylvie in those first few. Loki in the first few, but throughout the series, it's just amazing. I mean, I think that's kind of where I'm looking at is we're trying to give Clint his time to shine, and I still think I don't know how successful they're being at that. Still, to be honest,
yeah, it's still kind of the Kate Bishop show, and it's become less of the Kate Bishop show because now we have Yelena, and Yelena and Maya did have a good amount of screen time this episode, so it's kind of hard to not gravitate towards them because, like we said, they light up the screen. I'm sorry.
But I'm like, the 3 women that are sharing the screen with Clint are still just like pulling focus from him constantly. I mean, it's called Hawkeye, and the 3 ladies, including a quasi villain and a glorified cameo, are just snatching that limelight away left, right, and center. And the main villain arc is with Vera Farmiga, who is Kate's mother. And they're tying it in with Kingpin to Hawkeye's past. But I don't know. Like I said,
it's not enough for them to just like tell me what their past is.
Yeah,
I'm like, why couldn't you do the work in the I understand that you want to have, that zinger at the end of the series. I understand that. But it's like, I'd rather have, well built up tensions with characters and dynamics that pay off rather than just a, quick stinger to be like, hey, get excited for this next episode. Like if you introduced him in episode 2 and we had this like building up, it's like just name dropping him isn't a build up. Yeah. It isn't. I'm sorry.
The other thing is we're getting some interesting tidbits, but yeah.
I know you can like kind of compare to Loki, but like He Who Remains wasn't a main plot in Loki. It really wasn't. It was only just because it was the Timekeepers initially, and even then, like Loki just felt very like well spread out. Is what I'd say. They didn't put all their eggs in one basket in Loki for plot lines, and I think that's what made it so great. But here, it's like obviously you're putting all your eggs in one basket for this plot line that you've been building up the entire series that has taken till episode 6, because I wouldn't even count this episode, to pay off.
And see, we're going to be, I know they'll probably leave that more for Echo's solo series, but there's so much emotional payoff that could be happening right now if we didn't try to hide Fisk away. Like, if we had actually established and built up that emotion, that revelation of her finding out that he tipped off Ronan would have hit harder. Knowing her past with him, and he was a father figure for her after her father died, and stuff like that. It would have hit hard, but they didn't do that because they wanted the shock factor. So we only got that one little glimpse. And the same thing with Ronan. It would have been a big shock factor when he finds out.
The storyline period in this show.
Yeah.
Wait until Echo's show.
Well, even that, but yeah, when he sees Vera Farmiga and Fisk together in the picture, it hits harder if we know his connection to Fisk. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is definitely a case where they wanted the big drop, they wanted the big reveal, but the big reveal would have worked better if it happened in episode 2. Yeah, still give us like, oh, Kingpin is here. Yeah. Oh my God. It just happened earlier. We didn't really, I don't think there's really a good reason that we waited all the way till episode 5 to really get that shoe drop.
And I feel like Kang, well, He Who Remains is also so much different because like we had a full episode with Jonathan Majors and they waited until episode 6.
Yes. They
really made us wait. It wasn't just a quick like, post-credit scene of him being like,
yeah,
hey, I'm here. I mean, they did the same thing with one, and WandaVision even did it better because Evan Peters was introduced in episode 5, and we had 4 episodes after that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we had time to kind of like sit with him and like speculate and theorize, and that was fun, right? I mean, obviously the payoff wasn't great, but it was still fun.
Like, Agnes and all the other people. She was there the whole time. So, when you did the like back thing of like, oh, look at what it was Agatha all along. It was a more fun reveal rather than just introducing a character. And like you said last week, the problem is, I don't know that a lot of MCU fans watched Daredevil. So while this is a huge reveal to Daredevil fans, and it hits big, is it a huge reveal to the non-Daredevil MCU fans? That they're just like, oh, cool. I think he played Kingpin over in Netflix's Daredevil. Cool.
It's crazy because I'm like, I don't even think like most MCU fans know that. I mean, let me say that. Let me say this real quick. I've been on TikTok and I've been getting into Daredevil TikTok, right? Because I've been so excited about No Way Home. So I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos about Daredevil. A lot of the MCU fans, the teenage MCU fans, which make up probably a majority of their fan base now, they had no idea who the fuck Charlie Cox was. No idea. When I see like videos of Charlie Cox on my For You page and I go into the comments, everyone is like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? I'm like, and they have MCU like fan pages. That's what their TikTok is, and that's how they got to that TikTok is because they have they've liked a lot of MCU stuff. So I'm like, this is the issue, and I've seen so many people just now starting Daredevil this week because they've heard that he might be in No Way Home. So I'm like,
Netflix is like, yes, come on in, give us those viewership numbers, Disney. Thank you. We still ain't. You can have the show in season 4 or whatever, but we still gonna benefit now.
Listen,
I don't know. It's an interesting strategy
for me if this Daredevil show is bad.
Ooh.
So Disney, I'll definitely be giving Netflix my coin if you make something bad with Daredevil.
I definitely feel like we harped a little bit, but it's more about the series structure rather than this episode. Because I do think this episode is one of the strongest of the whole series, maybe the best so far in the whole series. It kind of just shined a light on the not great structure they chose to go with for a 6-episode series. But as an episode, it was great.
I don't take this as us saying the show is bad. I don't think the show is bad, at least. I really don't. It's fun. It's cute.
I mean, it's mid.
And that's fine.
But
that's fine.
Sorry, Hawkeye fans. It's mid.
Honestly,
it's
I don't I don't take huge issue with it being fun and cute because, you know, not every show has to be a masterpiece. I like fun and cute shows sometimes.
I think, yeah, this episode itself, really strong, really good stuff. And it does, I'll give them that. This episode did so much and it did it pretty well that I'm excited for the finale. I'm excited to see how they're going to do all this and where we're going to end up with all these different plot lines and subplots and what goes down next week. Do we get real Fisk? We better. I mean, that'll be like
And
Hannah said.
that was
If
very
they
obvious at the
literally
beginning
show
also,
just a
so.
picture and say wait until Echo show, no. We don't do that. So
Shut it
Disney,
down.
you ain't off the hook yet with Hawkeye. You got one more week to give us something real.
I know everyone is blowing up Vincent D'Onofrio's Twitter right now.
Oh Lord, Vincent was acting a damn fool on that Twitter all year. But all
I'm gonna
right.
go pay him a visit.
Uh-oh. Well, that was our reaction for Hawkeye episode 5. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos, including our season finale reaction. Hannah, do you want to let everyone know where they can find you?
You can find me at Rejected Hannah on Twitter. I won't be on Twitter
When this is
for the
posted,
next day. So
don't at me.
yeah.
We good? Come talk to us on Thursday
we'll
evening.
come back after No Way Home. I only got on Twitter just now to say that Kevin Feige is my best friend, and I logged right back out. So
it's too risky, especially talking Hawkeye with Fisk. It's too risky right now. So we're gonna leave that alone until Thursday evening. We'll see y'all again. But make sure to also let us know, what did you think of this episode? Do you agree or do you disagree with kind of our evaluation on the structure and that it might have been a little bit better, might have hit harder if we got Fisk and some of that backstory a little bit earlier? We want to hear all your thoughts on episode 5 and the series to this point in the comment section down below, or you can hit either one of us up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support.
it's not today.
Thank you for
or
watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.